means that any container within the craft had to be designed to withstand the vacuum of space, which we are told, again, was 10 to the negative 11 torr. This is a complete error in simulation, NASA. The food pouches would explode as the aircraft depressurized, as well as the urine bags and feces in the jettison bag. Any other containers within the craft for air or for water would be subjected to the vacuum of space and would suffer the same consequences, and probably pretty dramatically. Here is a typical NASA fanboy or fangirl explanation, however, of why the ultra-high vacuum of space isn't a big deal. That when you walk out into space in your spacesuit, it will want to expand, but how strong is that pressure? It's only 1 atmosphere, so not that strong. They're specifically designed to keep the suit from ballooning out. And that, folks, is where the deception lies. This is the type of statement that NASA gives when describing the vacuum of space. NASA tells us that the air pressure on the surface of the moon is 10 to the negative 11 torr, however. And this equates to nearly negative 2 billion psi, because there is almost no back pressure at all. Not the 14 psi you will see in the comments of many videos on this subject. Do the conversion yourself, people. 10 to the negative 11 torr equates to negative pressure of 131 million atmospheres. To further illustrate this point, I corresponded with a company who specializes in vacuum lifting after seeing one of their promo videos. The representative who emailed me back stated that they can achieve 25 tons of lift by creating roughly an 80% vacuum, 165 torr, between their lifting pads and the massive pipe here as an example. That is near the level of vacuum achieved that collapses train tanker cars. That negative pressure uses the fact that the air outside of the pipe, especially underneath it, is pushing or pulling so hard in an attempt to get into the little space between the lifter and the pipe that it can achieve 25 tons of lift. Are you starting to understand the amount of force that the inside of the spacesuits and spacecrafts that NASA built would have to withstand to maintain integrity? One final point. Have you heard of the Apollo rock box? It's an aluminum case that the rock samples the Apollo astronauts collected on the moon were stored in for the trip home and to be opened here on Earth. We are told that the lunar atmosphere was preserved inside this aluminum box. Again, 10 to the negative 11 torr. I guess these rock boxes are stronger than steel tanker cars and stronger than the Glenn Research Facility walls by hundreds of thousands of times. And if you think the lunar module, made of a few layers of aluminum, is stronger than the Glenn Research Center vacuum chamber, and if you think the Apollo spacesuits remain flexible at 10 to the negative 11 torr and is stronger than this building, 100,000 times stronger it would have to be, then you've been successfully indoctrinated. The only thing NASA has sent to space, people, is your imagination. On behalf of Scott Henderson, this has been Paul on the Plane. Thanks for watching.
We can do this, and we need to do this because this is it. This is it. Okay? This is it. There are probably lots of other nice planets out there that we're going to find, but they're going to be really far away and out of reach. We can't even go to the moon, for God's sake. This is it. So let's deal with this one first before we start thinking we can go running off somewhere else.